When you're still healthy. Don't forget this, or you'll die in silence like I did. A harsh but honest question. Hello and welcome to our channel. Let me start today with a question, one that may sound cold, but could change how you prepare for your future. One day, when your health fails and your savings run out, will you still be able to take care of yourself? Or will you be forced to rely on your children's pity? In old age, everyone wishes for the love and care of their children. But does life always work that way? There was a time when I believed that having 3 grown children would mean I'd never be lonely. But then I realized, even with 3 children, an old man can still die in silence, especially if he forgets to prepare for one critical thing while he's still healthy. Today, I'll share a true story. A story that anyone over 60 should hear. And if you find this message meaningful, please share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that touch the heart. Now, let's begin. The price of being unprepared for old age. Mr. Win was 79 when he passed. He had 3 successful children, one a doctor in Da Nang, one an engineer in Saigon, and the youngest running a small business in their hometown. To outsiders, he looked like a fortunate man, house, assets, and loving children, but those close to him knew the truth. For nearly 10 years, he lived in a small room at the back of his own house, cooking alone, washing his own dishes, and eating every meal by himself. Mr. Win had once been a leader in his community, a retired teacher, respected and dignified. When his wife passed away, he said, "It's all right. I have my children." And then, one by one, he gave away everything, his house, his land, his savings. He did it out of love, out of trust. He believed, it's a blessing to grow old with your children. But instead, he became invisible in the very home he once owned. Nobody mistreated him, but nobody needed him either. When he was still healthy, no one worried. When he grew weak, he was afraid. Afraid of falling in the bathroom alone. Afraid of calling for help and being ignored. Afraid that no one cared if he was sick. The worst part of growing old isn't the body breaking down. It's being unheard, being unseen, and no longer feeling like you matter. People would ask, "Why not call your kids?" He would just smile. "What for?" If they answer, "I feel like I'm begging." It's that silence, day after day, that slowly kills the spirit. A silence that no one notices until it's too late. A real story. Dying in silence after giving it all. Mr. Win passed away on a cold winter morning. The wind howled outside, and his old house shivered with the breeze. It was his neighbor, Mrs. Wah, who found him. She noticed his door still shut late in the morning. She called his name, no response. Worried, she broke the window to climb in. And there he was, lying still on the bed. Cold, alone. No one knew when he had died. None of his 3 children had been there for days. Not because they were bad, just busy. At his funeral, his youngest son said, "My father never said anything. He lived quietly. Who would have thought he was that lonely?" But those who knew Mr. Win knew better. The way he sat silently on the porch, holding his old radio. The way he greeted neighbors with a forced smile and sad eyes. The way he wiped the dust from his children's framed photos every morning. All of it, a silent cry for connection no one heard. When arranging his burial, his children argued over who would inherit the land, because Mr. Win had left no will. He had never said a word. Not about his loneliness. Not about his wishes. Not even about his pain. Someone at the funeral whispered. They ignored him in life. But they all came to divide what he left behind. And so, he died, not in anger, but in silence. The kind that echoes louder than any scream. What every elder should prepare while still healthy. Here's the truth that no one wants to hear. Love can't replace security. Your children may love you deeply. But if you have nothing left, you may slowly lose your voice, your choice, and eventually, your place. Here's what every elderly person should do while they're still healthy. 1. Keep some assets in your own name. Don't hand over everything, no matter how much you trust your children. Not because they're ungrateful, but because time and life can change anyone. A house in your name. A small savings account. A pension. These are not luxuries. They're your shield. They give you the power to choose who to live with, whether to move to a senior care facility, whether to hire help when needed. 2. Set boundaries early while you're still strong. Many Vietnamese parents avoid talking about money, fearing it may hurt the bond. But love doesn't disappear when you set boundaries. In fact, boundaries protect respect. Sit your children down and say, "We love you, but we will keep a portion of our assets for our own life. Please understand, this is how we love ourselves too." Say it gently, but say it clearly. 3. Live independently. Don't let your emotions rely on others. Too many elders wait by the phone, wondering if their child will visit, call, or remember a birthday. Don't live like that. Cook your own meals. Take walks alone. Read books. Listen to music. Befriend your neighbors. The more independent you are, the more you'll be respected, and the more you'll keep the love of your children. Keep a corner of your life for yourself. My friend, aging is not optional, but how you grow old, that is your choice. Don't give up everything just to be loved. Because love, without respect, eventually fades. And no one respects someone who has nothing left, not even a voice. You can give your children your heart, but don't forget to keep a corner for yourself. Not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. Because if you don't hold your ground, no one will hold it for you. And if you're a child watching this, remember, your parents don't need your money. They just need to know they still matter to you. Thank you for listening to the end. If this story touched your heart, please leave a comment and let us know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel Silver Years Health for more stories like this. Stories that remind us how to grow old with dignity. See you in the next video.